Hi everyone. Welcome back to Etymology Explorer. Here is your daily dose of etymology in 9 minutes. Etymology of the term Palestine. The term Palestine has a complex etymology that traces its origins through various ancient languages and cultural influences. Here's a breakdown of its journey. Hebrew, Peleshet. The earliest known form of the term Palestine is found in the Hebrew Bible, where it appears as Peleshet, referring specifically to the coastal region inhabited by the Philistines, a seafaring people who settled in the area around the 12th century BCE. The Philistines were known for inhabiting 5 major city-states: Gaza, Ashkelon, Ashdod, Ekron, and Gath. The root of the word Peleshet is often associated with the idea of migrants, or invaders, reflecting the Philistines' possible origins as settlers from the Aegean or Crete. Greek, Palaristin. The term was later adopted into Greek as Palaristin. Greek writers, including Herodotus, 5th century BCE, used the term broadly to describe the land of the Philistines and surrounding regions, often including parts of what was later known as Judea. The Greek usage marked the first expansion of the term's geographic and cultural scope beyond its original Hebrew meaning. Latin, Palaestina. The Romans adopted the Greek term, rendering it as Palaestina. After the suppression of the Bar Kokhba revolt, the Roman Emperor Hadrian renamed the province of Judea as Syria Palestina in an effort to diminish Jewish ties to the land. In this context, Palestina was used as a politically charged term, blending the Greek name with the Roman administrative system. Arabic, Falastin. Under Byzantine and later Islamic rule, the term transitioned into Arabic as Falastin. The Arabic form retained the geographic and historical associations of the term, but also began to acquire its modern cultural and national connotations under Ottoman and British rule. English, Palestine. The term entered English through Latin and Old French as Palestine. In English usage, Palestine generally referred to the region encompassing modern-day Israel, the West Bank, Gaza Strip, and parts of Jordan. Linguistic transformation. Hebrew, Peleshet, narrow reference to the land of the Philistines. Greek, Palaristin, broader geographic application in classical literature. Latin, Palaestina, Romanized name with imperial connotations. Arabic, Falastin, continuation of the term in Islamic and modern contexts. English, Palestine, adopted through Latin and French, with evolving meanings tied to historical and political developments. This etymological journey reflects not only linguistic changes but also the complex history of the region itself, shaped by conquests, cultural exchanges, and political shifts. The state of Palestine. The question of whether modern Palestine is a state is a matter of international law, politics, and diplomacy. While the state of Palestine has been declared and is recognized by a significant number of countries, its statehood is not universally recognized due to ongoing disputes with Israel and the lack of full sovereignty over its territory. Formation of modern Palestine. Ottoman rule. Before the 20th century, the territory now referred to as Palestine was part of the Ottoman Empire, divided administratively among several districts. British Mandate, 1917 to 1948. Following World War I, the League of Nations granted Britain a mandate to govern Palestine. This included the responsibility to implement the 1917 Balfour Declaration, which supported the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine, while also protecting the rights of existing non-Jewish communities. UN Partition Plan, 1947. The United Nations proposed dividing Palestine into 2 states, one Jewish and one Arab, with Jerusalem as an international city. The plan was accepted by Jewish leaders but rejected by Arab leaders. The result was the 1948 Arab-Israeli War. Israeli independence, 1948. The State of Israel was declared in 1948. During the war that followed, Israel captured significant portions of the territory designated for the Arab state. The remaining areas, the West Bank and Gaza Strip, came under Jordanian and Egyptian control, respectively. 1967 and occupation. In the 1967 Six-Day War, Israel occupied the West Bank, East Jerusalem, Gaza Strip, and other territories. These areas have since been the focal point of Palestinian aspirations for statehood. Palestinian Declaration of Independence, 1988. The Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO, under Yasser Arafat, declared an independent state of Palestine on November 15, 1988. This declaration was based on the 1967 borders, with East Jerusalem as its capital. The declaration gained recognition from many countries and was accompanied by the PLO's shift toward a two-state solution. Oslo Accords, 1993 to 1995. The Oslo Accords established the Palestinian Authority, which was granted limited self-rule in parts of the West Bank and Gaza Strip. However, the accords did not resolve the key issues of borders, refugees, settlements, and the status of Jerusalem. United Nations membership status. Palestine is not a full member of the UN but holds the status of a non-member observer state, the same status once held by the Vatican. Recognition of the State of Palestine. Approximately 75% of UN member states officially recognize Palestine as a state. Breakdown of recognition. Regions with high recognition. Africa. Most African nations recognize Palestine. Asia. A large majority of Asian countries, including major nations like India and China, recognize Palestine. Latin America and the Caribbean. Most countries in this region, including Brazil, Argentina, and Mexico, recognize Palestine. Eastern Europe. Many former Soviet bloc countries also recognize Palestine. Regions with lower recognition. Western Europe. Recognition is mixed. Countries like Spain, Norway, and Ireland recognize Palestine, but others, such as the UK, France, and Germany, do not, although they support a two-state solution. North America. The United States and Canada do not recognize Palestine. Oceania. Australia and New Zealand do not officially recognize Palestine. Implications of majority recognition. The fact that a majority of countries recognize Palestine reflects broad support, particularly among nations in the global South and developing world. However, recognition alone does not resolve Palestine's status due to significant political and diplomatic resistance from powerful countries like the United States and some European nations. Current challenges to full statehood. Territorial disputes. Palestine lacks control over its borders and key territories, with much of the West Bank under Israeli occupation and Gaza under a blockade. Internal divisions. The political split between the Palestinian Authority, based in the West Bank, and Hamas, controlling Gaza, complicates governance and the pursuit of unified statehood. Peace process stalemate. Efforts to negotiate a two-state solution have repeatedly stalled, with no comprehensive peace agreement in sight. Final thoughts. The term Palestine started as a reference to the Philistine coastal region, expanded by the Romans for political reasons, and has since evolved to carry significant historical and political connotations. Today, it is central to the identities and narratives of the peoples living in the region. That was your daily dose of etymology in 9 minutes. I hope to see you soon in the next video. Please like, share and subscribe.